Hi guys, it's Simon here. For today's reaction, I'm going to be doing a reaction to the top 10 shocking RuPaul's Drag Race moments compiled by Ms. Mojo. And it seems appropriate because the past week for RuPaul's Drag Race has literally been extreme. There was a really controversial elimination on All Stars 2 on Friday down in here for Australia, but Thursday in the States. And why do I think that Alaska sending home Tatianna was a controversial decision? That's a stupid question. No, but really, it was a really bad decision. A lot of the fandom, including me, agree that Roxy should have gone. Nothing personal, I don't dislike her. In fact, I really do love Roxy. I feel as though she's really stepped up from season 5 and she's a lot more likeable. But her progress has kind of been doing a little bit of dinting over the course of the show, and you know, it's really based on that sort of logic alone. But enough about All Stars 2. I'll also just bring into contention that after my RaPaul's Dark Race reaction, the person running the RaPal page, like Queen RaPal, mentioned me in the tweets and said that she loved watching the episode that I reacted to New Weave Quens. Like, to know that RaPal is a little K, that's like awesome. I think I might be one of the first people to do reactions to RaPal Dark Res. If I'm not the only person to do it, please direct me in the comments box because I really want to see how other people have reacted to the show. It's like hilarious, so it would be good to hear other people laugh at stuff and recognize jokes because it'll make me feel less alone being in this fandom down here. Okay, moving right along. Ow, yeah. This little thing up in the corner is Ru's green dress on the mention of Roxy. So I have a feeling that she is going to be on this list. There are so many shocking moments that the show's had that I could literally name all of them as moments that should be on the list. Ones that I think will get really high, well, I think maybe be the top 2. On Gina's HIV reveal and Willem getting kicked off, I feel like those two will be the top. Willem's thing I think will be number 1 because that was like, what? And it sent the internet into meltdown mode, working out what did Willem do. So, I'm gonna re-exchange these headphones, stick this one out here, so hopefully you guys can hear it. If I'm talking over it and you can't hear it, there's the video. Just type in top 10 shocking RuPaul's Drag Race moments and you can watch it through the normal thing without my voice cutting into it or anything going wrong with the audio. But here goes. This is my reaction to the top 10 shocking RuPaul's Drag Race moments. Here we go. Hopefully there's no like video or something. Now I have to load the page again because it's getting slow. Oh, it's a goddamn Slurpee ad. I really regret opening a lot of pages over the weekend. Okay, here we go. Jiggly! Me. They're not RuPaul's best friend, Rice? Yes, LaShawn. Oh, Vivacious and Kelly. There's Laganja. Come on, season 6. Let's get sickening. Yeah. Work. I'm going to be quoting this so much. Oh, Bianca as Judge Judy. I'm talking. And the filter just classically. If you thought my filter was bad, like this filter was slandered upon by fans now. Oh, Dayla's elimination has to be on here. Thank you. Well, that's actually accurately me. And Boom Boom Gun? Oh dear. Oh, yes! Oh, Sharon and Fifi's fight. Ah, missed the moment. I think they apparently like set that stuff up. Only the top 4 fight in Untucked was not set up because Fifi generally felt that Sharon threw her under the bus. But that's open to interpretation. Yeah. And she kind of is. I like Sharon. I think she's really cool. And Kenya's. Jesus is a biscuit. Oh, yeah. Sharon won and Fifi was like third. Just if I pause it quickly, had Fifi won All Stars 2, that would have meant that all the top 3 in season 4 would have been winners. Like, just the honest sheer beauty of that is awesome. But we probably might get Alaska as the winner this time, and there's no problem with that as well. At least she finally gets a crown. It'd be good to see, like, Katya get it, though. I'm rooting for Katya. Like, overall of progress. Oh, Jujubee's... This lip sync was so sad. I love Juju. I think she's so sweet. And this, Tiesto or whoever's doing that remix on the radio, that is how Dancing on My Own should be done in a remix. Not with that sort of just boom tiss sort of thing that just bass boom that you're doing. If you're gonna electrify Dancing on My Own, you go all the way. You don't go 20%. But that's that. That's all I've got to say on that particular thing. Oh, I can switch the volume up a bit. Raven lip syncing against Tyra. Tyra can't breathe. Raven lip syncing against Juju. Juju can't breathe. I saw someone mention that Raven needs to stop lip syncing because she's the #1 source of respiratory failure in the Queens. And I think that that's really... That's pretty funny. And if I kept that screen up like that, it would make Michelle look more like a devil demon. So I'm just moving that down. And that was an epic moment. Poor Juju. Poor Raven. I think Raven should have won All Stars 1. No disrespect to Chad at all. Oh, I'm surprised this wasn't further up. At this angle, it actually does wonders for the filter. It's an important moment because the challenge was actually a Viva Glam commercial. I think it was a MAC cosmetic campaign, and MAC donated in that campaign 100% of their profits to HIV and AIDS funds to find a cure. So whoever won that challenge would have their campaign used and become a spokesperson for Viva Glam and MAC. So obviously on Gina being HIV positive, this was a pretty big moment for her. Angina and Trinity were both lip sync amazing divas. Like, BB and Angina should have both stayed on their lip sync on season 1. Yes! Hallelujah! Raja, the cloves were not soiled. Oh, the fight that started it all between those two in Untucked. Hallelujah, ladies! Oh, the box is so infamous. Especially Alexis. Alexis was just in confessional like, what the fuck? Yeah. I have to admit, Sneak being the first one was very brave in that reunion. It's very brave for somebody to do that on television in front of millions of people. And when they got that big when they got the big reveal off of their shoulders, like, they have gone on to slay really big time. Monica, I hear and have seen, has improved immensely since season 5, and Sonique, she's already a lip sync diva, but she persistently in stuff now kills it. I think I saw her doing a Megan Trainor lip sync, and she was awesome. I'd love to see her back for All Stars 3 or maybe 4. We'll see what happens. Which one? Because there've been 2. Oh, we're going first one, okay. Vivian had it in first verse, chorus, and then second verse she just dropped. Many people remember Lena Headey's clap during her episode, but can we just have a throw out to Travis Wall's just silent clap? He's just, I have to keep up appearances clap. Oh, poor bloke. Michelle said. That would have been shocking to hear. Because that hadn't happened. Honey's face is pretty much everyone. Yeah. Roxy was on fire. Mm-hmm. This is probably what I think got her on All Stars 2. Just this moment. That moment was awesome. Michelle's laugh is perfect. And that gif of her doing this will live on forever. Rue's an amazing representative for the LGBTQ community. Oh, oh, this moment. I thought that this would be on the lower end. I wasn't particularly fond of Chanel on this season. This is partly why. As she persistently said in that reunion that she chose to go home, and that's why Rebecca didn't win that lip sync. But to be honest, Chanel was still there. She could have easily just walked out of the door, and she didn't, so she was still pretty much competing. Even so, she kind of had it, and then she lost it at the end by doing the ass shaking thing, because you don't expect that in a gospel song. And that's what Shackles by Mary Mary is originally. Even though it has like traces of R&B in there, it is traditionally a gospel song. I have to admit that Chanel has improved ever since. And she's fierce as. Oh, yes! This moment. I'm surprised Cartier's elimination hasn't been on here yet. That was really upsetting for most fans.